Yep.
So we got furry. $100.
Yeah.
We're gonna try this. That looks like we know that the autoclave has done its thing.
There's that tape after they autoclaved it.
Yeah, I'm left.
Oh, okay. Should have put the jars on the other side.
So you see,
Yeah.
it sterilized it.
Oh yeah, from the tape.
That woman on that video said she had to shake it every time because the charcoal would settle.
Oh, I didn't think about that. So then, yes, you need to shake it. I had not considered that. We are using this to put around there to seal them good. See any contamination in any of the jars, and here they all are. Been sitting here for a couple days now, and they all look really good. Vanilla bean. We're gonna try it.
I smell it now. I might do another one.
So we got our seeds. Got our syringe. You can see how them seeds are all spread out on this one. But where we used a smaller bag here, they're a lot more concentrated. And there's a bunch in the thing. So whenever you use a smaller bag like this, you can get them into the corner, you can try to just suck them up. Otherwise, you'll have to take the plunger off and do the second method. So we're going to try to get right in on them. And we're going to bury our head right into them. And then we're going to try to do that to suck some of them up. So we got a few in there, but we don't have a lot in there. So you can actually see them flying. So in that case, we'll try option 2. If you can't get a bunch of them that way. And option 2 involves getting them on a piece of paper. And you can see them falling. And then a little piece of paper here.
Oh yeah, little tiny things. It had a bunch in it.
There's still a lot more seed. So now we got them down the center.
Oh yeah.
We're going to block the end. And we're going to see now we got a lot more. You wouldn't want this many if you were doing a bunch of jars. You would want much sparser amounts. But we're only doing a couple of jars, so we'll get really good amounts. See, we had some.
I see them on there.
So now here comes the hard part.
Keep from blowing it out.
And you can actually see them on my glove there. So we're going to try to
Keep them down.
lock them down. That way whenever we do that right there, we don't.
Blow them out everywhere.
And so now, and they will get everywhere. Now we slowly, you can see where we're collecting them.
Yep.
We're losing some. We're losing some. It's going to happen. And we don't want to really crush them, but we've got them pretty good level. So now we take our hydrogen peroxide soap mixture. And this is where we stick our syringe in. And that'll turn into, the hydrogen peroxide will break down into oxygen and water. Alright, this is a Phalaenopsis, and as you can see, nice big seed pod, but we had some condensation in the bag, so this one actually kept the flower on the end of it all the way to the end. So you can see all those seeds. As you can see, it is absolutely stuck on there.
What's falling off of it? Is that seed?
You can actually, the seeds are just flying around. But one thing you can do, if a pod like this is busted open, there's still seed in it.
Oh.
You can do that, and you'll get some of the seeds out. That can be useful if you're doing a bunch of jars, and you don't need a load, you know, hundreds, thousands of seed. You're just wanting a sparse amount. This is one way to get a sparse amount. See all them
yeah, I
seeds?
see them.
And some of them.
Oh yeah.
So see, I'd consider that a sparse amount,
Yeah.
because there's not like a big old clump.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see them in there.
So if you were doing like a bunch of jars, you could do that over and over and get quite a bit. Now, I would like more seeds, so I'm breaking up this here in the back.
And then you're going to use your white paper.
As you can see.
Oh, yeah, I see that fuzzy. Oh, yeah.
Because there's some areas, like back here, some areas where the seeds hold better, even when shaken. See all them seeds that just
Yeah.
fell out? And remember, none of this is sterile. This pod was open. We stuck it in a bag, but none of this has been sterile.
Yeah.
All that comes next, and we can get even more if we start doing that right there. And actually breaking the pot apart. Take that off. That off. Try not to lose all of our seed, but get
Yeah.
them down in the, and they get everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, and the paper a little too long, I think, for my hands, but there we go. Now that I've maneuvered, they just slid right
Yep.
in. And that got us even more seed, but we lost a lot.
Yeah, I see them on
But-
the counter.
You can see, get that fluff out of there. You can see just how much
Oh,
we have
yeah.
in there now.
What a few.
Put our plunger in, get it seated, flip it over, shake what we can so we don't lose a bunch. We lost some on my glove, it's going to happen. And now we slowly condense them. That's a lot of seed.
Yeah, it is.
But you could have kept doing what I did with the pod and got sparse amounts and did a bunch.
For different jars.
A bunch of jars.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Instead of breaking it apart, and then you'd have to deal with all those seeds flying around. Whereas they were pretty secure in that pod.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of seed there.
Yep.
We're going to shoot it in a jar, and we'll see what it takes. So here's our peroxide soap mixture. And now we just tighten, and we're just going to be careful moving it.
Yeah. And we have to put the tape on it.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes when you're storing them, they can get infected. So there's a good chance we won't get nothing good out of this, but we're going to try it. We've went through all this work of setting all these jars and everything up. But we're going to take and use this scalpel that I used earlier.
You want another piece of paper to set it on? Looks like some seed. That is that fancy Phalaenopsis, isn't it?
Crossed with another fancy one.
Speckled leaves.
So we might get a little bit of germination.
We might. There's some seed there, that's for sure, so hopefully.
That's another way you can get very little, is to just scrape them into a container. But we're just doing one jar, so.
Quite a bit of seed.
Well, but you don't know how much of
Yeah.
it was good and
Viable. Yeah. We'll hope for the best. And this is the same process, right, that you've been doing.
bad. Yeah, so we're just letting the air out. These seeds are hard to see.
Really light.
I can see them flying, but just sterilized. And then we got, this is hydrogen peroxide for the soap. And that is alcohol there. Try to kill off anything. Trying to kill off anything that's on them. You can actually see these, they're brown, they ain't white.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see those really good. There's a lot of them. It had lotus seed in it.
Awful lot of seed.